Hello to all the amazing people, TheNeomare here, and welcome to Limbus Company. A pretty nice tactical strategy brawler party builder game. It's a gacha from Project Moon. They created library Ruina before and Lobotomy Corporation, but don't be afraid, it's a very generous gacha. But in the worst case, you can just follow what I'm doing. So if you're here, if you're having fun, if you're enjoying it, don't forget to like and subscribe. So today, we're gonna jump into chapter 3 and continue our journey there. You can find the playlist, by the way, for my full playthrough in the comments or description below if you want to watch it from the first episode. Anyhow, we're gonna go to chapter 3 here, and we're going up, down, down, down we go, and we are fighting Inquisitors. Already 3 Inquisitor fights so far. They were easier than the checkpoint dudes. So here on the checkpoint, these 3 fights, well, this one in general, this one was really hard for me, but everything else after that was kind of easy. So yeah, I don't know, maybe it's because I leveled up some characters. Right, so yeah, let's jump into the next mission here. We've reached the town of Calf. A familiar song welcomes us, followed by the morbid sight of trees festooned with horrifying things. So yeah, for some reason Sinclair's super afraid of this place, so I guess this will be his story. So let's enter and see where we go. To battle. Right, well, maybe it's just like level 35 Faust for grips. That's... ooh. Smoke that was faintly visible through the bus windows covered the whole town. The Inquisitors are burning the heretics. We need to stop them. What a mess this is. Well, the Inquisitors are burning quote-unquote heretics, falsely accusing people of who knows what. And, well, but what? Does he actually have a shield? I just noticed that. Okay. Ugh, what a mess this is. Oh, by the way, don't you hear a familiar song from somewhere? Oh yeah, I know this one. Used to hear this tune an awful lot on snowy days. We played it a bunch during the wartime to raise our spirits. Did the exact opposite for me. The song evoked various memories in the group. For me, I'm not sure. It's definitely familiar, but it doesn't bring up any clear images in my head. However, I could still feel a faint splash of feeling from deep in my heart. Maybe I knew this song before I lost my memory. This mist of emotion roused inside me, though. It doesn't feel precious or warm. And an ache. An inexplicable... Dude, what is this word? Explicable. Inexplicable. Oh my god. So I can say I can't even say that anymore. Capable. Okay, let's go like this. Capable. No, it's cable. Plicable. No, it's like inexplicable. 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 I'm breaking down. A thing that I just cannot explain is what I felt. Inexplicable? Ah, dude. Oh boy. Right, that day. It was snowy like this, and that song was playing. Ah, inexplicable. Oh no. Why is that word so hard for me? I have no idea. The trees before us were decorated with grim ornaments. All sorts of internal organs and mechanical parts were hung from the branches, as if someone put people's innards on full display. Oh, how inexplicable. Capable. It's like something that's really hard to like explain or comprehend, but like inexplicable? No, it's not that. Black, isn't this going too far? A classic, but more kitschy than anything. There are no survivors nearby. Then everything finally fell into place. Okay, just give me a moment. I'm just gonna go to Google Translate. I need to hear this word. Okay.
Inexplicable.
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 Inexplicable. That's how it's pronounced.
Inexplicable.
No, it's not.
Inexplicable.
Oh, inexplicable. Oh.
Inexplicable.
No.
Inexplicable.
Inexplicable. Oh, inexplicable. There we go. Inexplicable. Yay. Inexplicable. Inexplicable. Oh, such an inexplicable thing. There we go. Well, always work on yourself, people. Always work on your vocabulary. Inexplicable. It's not really that hard. If you break it up at X, it's actually pretty good. I was breaking down because I was breaking it up before X, but it's actually inexplicable. Inexplicable. How inexplicable of them. There you go. Then everything finally fell into place. It's just like... mic test. A piercing sound caused the group to cover their ears. Enjoying your Noel, everyone? The night isn't really silent, but it sure is holy. Isn't Christmas still a far way off? You're right, it's not anytime soon. Kromer. My name is Kromer. I'm a humanitarian who loves purity and the one who grips the hammer. I don't know how you managed to get here, but you're trespassing on private property. Well, we have the one who grips also, so... As you can see, this hallowed ground is underground, our nailing judgment. I hope you like the decoration I set up. Well, let's just say that you got lost. Turn back now and fine will be all you have to pay. I'm feeling generous. Today is the nativity after all. Well, before that, is Gatcha there? Here I stand. Good, just in case, do you see any heretics over there? The massive man named E.G.O, who responded for her to her, turns to us. He intently stares into each of us until his eyes fall upon me. He gazes at me for a very long time. Although he was wearing a mask, those eyes of his, they froze us completely still, as if his glare nailed us to the ground. I see an impure one and their followers. And with them, the child you spoke of. Oh, Sinclair, isn't it? Ha 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 ha, really? My Sinclair is back. Come see me, Sinclair. I'll be waiting at the familiar spot. Kromer. I can hear Sinclair's grinding and gashing his teeth. He made a dreadful noise. I couldn't be sure if it was from hatred or fear. Take out the rest, Guido, or should I myself? I wouldn't mind. I urge you to focus on hammering the impure. Oh, one who grips. Oh, really? Well, this will be weird. So we have two ones who grip now. My Faust and this person called Kromer. Good, good. Let's keep up the purification. Now then, everyone, Merry Christmas. A number of Inquisitors gathered around E.G.O. He stands firm behind them. He is not making any movement, but his presence alone is threatening enough. An intense aura of hostility was radiating straight from him. Right. Finally some challenge? Well, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see what the game has in store for us. Well, 4 Inquisitors. Well, easy start then. Look at her rolls though. Like, so nice. So good. So wonderful. And then Sinclair's like, let me just finish it up here. So yeah, for the first wave, we're just gonna collect the resources, and then that one did nothing, dummy. Oh wait, what, Chard? What do you mean did nothing? We are trying our best here. Bam. Woohoo, this side, the winner side. Yep, we are the winning ones. So we need light blue here. Okay, looks good enough. This is dark blue though, but we don't have any more light blue, so it's not like we can do anything about that. But execution, let's go. Oh, there's 3 waves. Okay. Well, that's okay. We're using light blues. That's really good. That's gonna unlock the E.G.O from Faust. You there? You there!
약해 빠져서는
Oh, dude, that was nasty. Like, aren't we like clashing like at all here? Or what is going on? Like, why did we get 3 hits on ourselves here? Maybe we just failed the clashes? I don't know. Things are definitely getting a little bit worse now. Definitely getting worse. The gripping, let's go. First, need to carry this team. I'm gonna use the Zac next because I really want to heal people up, so
카론이 안전벨트 잘하라고 했잖아.
yeah, I have to stagger people very low HP. Okay, it's time. It's time to do the Zac, the fluid Zac. Yep. So this thing not only deals massive damage, it also heals my people. So yeah, it's a pretty good E.G.O to have. 159 damage, no sweat, and then everyone gets a little bit healed. I think that's just wonderful. And then everyone dies. And then we get to wave 3, and I have still a staggered person. Oh, there's he is. Hello there, Mr. E.G.O, the Persistent. On use, gain 2 protection. Ooh, on hit, heal 10 SP for 2 allies with the least SP. Right, okay. Well, it's gonna be fine, I'm sure. Okay, time to heal people, time to damage them. Is this one still something we have to do in 10 turns? It might be, actually. Okay, well, Ishmael gonna get bonked there. Yeah. However, what is his name? Mersault is proving his worth. Okay, Ishmael actually survived. It doesn't really matter too much, but... Oh, this one's strong. So yeah, his lackeys are almost dead, so that means that we can fully focus on him next round.
야호.
Well, mostly.
이기는 편, 우리 편.
Let's use this one. Let's see what is this. Oh, is this the 4th match flame? It might be, actually. From Rodion. Okay, let's start bogging him down. Yeah, just gonna rip through it, right? There we go, nice. Force clashing with... Oh, Force reminds me of Angela. So it's like in my head, every time Force does something, I'm like, Angela. I know it's not Angela, but it's like, look at that. She's like almost one turn killing him. Like, what in the world is going on? And Sinclair gets a finishing blow. I sure hope that brings the Sinclair's morale way up. Nice. He did escape though, so... That was a tough opponent. Well, not really. We should move before they come back to their senses. The shameful thing to say, a soldier does not retreat before the enemy when victory is in sight. Can't you save the military drill for a better time? So now Ishmael is panicking. Okay, Ishmael is right. That's not someone we can beat easily. We will fall back. Otis reluctantly back down. Sinclair, do you know what that Kromer meant by that familiar spot? That's, well... Sinclair shook. He was seemingly overwhelmed with the dread. Take us there, let's finish this once and for all. But I could also see a teeth-grinding anger in him that surpassed his fear. Looking at him, a thought blossomed in my mind. You need to talk, Sinclair. Tell us what you know and you'll prevent half the death we might suffer. It will also raise the likelihood of our success. I'm looking forward to hearing something useful. I hope I'm doing the right thing as the manager. Sinclair shook his head upon hearing my words, breathed in and finally opened his mouth after some struggle. My house, that's where Kromer must be. So you know that bird? Bollocks, my head is still pounding thanks to her shrill laugh. I met her at school. Oh boy, she's a friend of yours? Whatever's going on, sure hope you can talk it out. She's not my friend. Kromer killed my family. Oh, my bad. A prosthetic head hanging from a tree slowly turned to face us. Lights and sparks occasionally flickered within. Sinclair. Why did you return?
싱클레어.
Sinclair, are those your neighbors? Rodia asked. So she is Rodia. So sometimes she's Rodia and sometimes she's Rodian. Rodia asked while looking at the dismembered prosthesis.
그런 것 같아요.
It looks like they were...
아니었으면
I really hope that isn't the case though. Sinclair replied, watching with a grim look on his face as their bare wires sparkled and short-circuited. But wasn't like when we saw the Faust who grips story cutscene, wasn't she the one who circled this place on the map and said that she had to purify them all, their brains, and release them from prosthetics and stuff? Is this like basically like some kind of alternate dimension force that we're gonna be fighting? What's gonna go on here? The robotic head stopped moving, only emitting discordant things. Then a song begins to fill the air. Silent night. All the heads hung from the trees are singing the same song. The carol leaking through the vocals units of so many lifeless heads lands on the flames below. Holy night. It's clearer than ever now. Prosthetic body ports are heresy to them. Though it has been quite... No, it just... Faust, don't speak. This is really bad for you, Faust. Like, just shh. Though it has been quite a while since prostheses were first introduced to the city, many people still find them foreign and alienating. So you say, Faust. So you say. What about your alter ego, your alter ID here? She's clueless. She doesn't even know what we're walking into.
저희 마을은요.
Our town.
저희 마을은
Our town was called the holy site of Neske's prosthetic industry. Most of the residents worked in manufacturing high-end prosthetic components. Kromer has been keeping an eye on our town for a long time. So was your family.
네.
Yeah, my father was the owner of fledgling prosthetics company too. Is that why? No. The way I see it, attributing it to a high-flown cause of any kind is giving them too much credit. They are just lunatics, consumed by madness and violence. Ishmael asserted to him, after a while of staring at the Christmas trees decorated with neighbors. Sinclair turned to me. Manager, I have a question if it's alright with you. What is it? Well, how does it feel? Feel?
네.
Yeah.
머리 대신
I mean,
액체를
how does it
달고
feel
있는
to have a
거고요.
prosthetic replacement for your head? I was a little taken back, since I've never had anyone ask that kind of question before. The issue is that there's no way to know how I might have felt before I got a clock for a head, because, well, my old head is gone, and the feelings are in the head, so you have a problem here. I'm not trying to argue with you or anything. That was probably rude of me, I apologize. No need, it's alright. The other seniors were a billion times ruder to me with their daily interactions anyway. I'm afraid I can't answer that. I don't remember a single thing about my life before this, well, clock.
그러시군요.
I see.
항상 궁금했어요.
I've always wondered what it feels like when there's something sitting where your head should be. My family said it's no different from wearing a hat or a watch. But I just couldn't picture it well, no matter how I approached it. And now, I'm the only survivor thanks to that. I'm sure the procedure seemed terrifying at such a young age. You don't have to feel guilty about that. That's not it. It's nothing like that. I'm afraid I'm not as innocent as you might think, Dante. Oh, Sinclair quietly hung his head. I racked my brains for an appropriate reply, but no habitable words of comfort came up. And again, from the Faust cutscene, we know that in some way he helped the Faust who grips to come here, so at least I think we do. Only the unpleasant sound of sparks and flames filled the streets. Oh, how inexplicable. There we go. Inexplicable. Inexplicable, 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 inexplicable. There we go. Okay, cool. Towards the purest world. Okay, Holy Night, let's go. Sinclair's hometown of Calf was a village of artisan prosthetics. Faust detailed the growing tendencies of the public to avoid prosthetic users as the distortion phenomena became more frequent. Okay. The battle! The battle when no group has gone before. To fight the Inquisitors to save the heretics.
늦으면 메피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
Okay, he's struggling, so let's just give him a shield instead. Nope, I said let's just give him a shield instead. Why don't you listen to me? Yeah, there's no button which says the most defensive option. It's clearly missing. So yeah, it would be really nice, but yeah, it's not like it takes that much more time, so it's okay. Seems like we're struggling a little bit more in this fight than usual. Well, but then Foss comes and, well, executes one of them.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹었어.
So she's finally doing what she was supposed to do. So maybe I can clear mirror dungeons faster now. I wonder, does having her on uptide 3 actually make her stronger in the mirror dungeons? I sure hope so. Okay, well, no more struggles now because those who go first are dominating and then those who go after are not struggling anymore because they are getting unopposed strikes in. How inexplicable for the enemies. Inexplicable, yeah. This word that I'm trying to say over and over again, it is kind of inexplicable by itself if you think about it. Why would they make such a hard word? I don't know. It's inexplicable, that's what it is. Inexplicable. So now we have even a stronger attack, so the gripping, it's not even my best attack anymore. Now the execution is the best one, so it's quite nice. You might say it's inexplicable for my enemies. That's what it is. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. So Rodion looks a little bit like them, so I tend to confuse the two. So there's only 5 turns here. Well, I wanted to say it's time to bring out the big guns, but her E.G.O is still not ready. So I have a really bad setup for Foss E.G.O here, which is a little bit of a shame, but it's alright. I feel like I'm missing light blue most, right? Well, we're not gonna be able to check though, but pretty sure I'm always missing light blue. Forgot what the scene is, the light blue one. Is it Gloom? I don't know. So we are missing out on a little bit of experience here on the people who are level 35, but like I don't think that really matters too much. These are really small numbers if you compare what you get from the tickets. So victory, purification. Prosthetic bodies pile up like a landfill in a corner of the town. It brings me to think about what my true self is. Right, well, we're gonna have to go and we're gonna have to refill once more. So we're gonna be doing that. So these refills are worth it. In general, it's better to like do mirror dungeons, which are basically done by doing encaphaline refills, and they eventually, once you get to 60 battle pass and over, you get a lot of shards, and they if you collect 400 of them, they give you a guaranteed 3 rarity E.G.O. So not E.G.O, ID, so that's what we are going for. So I don't mind refilling encaphaline for chapters also. So prosthetic bodies pile up like a landfill in a corner of the town. I could see that some of them were still conscious, letting out pained moans. Oh, that sounds painful. The Inquisitors paid no heed. They strenuously jammed nails through each of their victims' chests and over, executing their pure intent. I've surely pierced their heart, yet still a pulse remains in their body. It must be patched with steel. Even the core of the humanity has been tainted by heresy. How filthy, a disgrace to flesh and bone. The Inquisitor began carefully pouring a bottle of liquid over the prosthetic person in what looked like a solemn ritual. Judging from the pungent smell, it was most certainly oil. Imbibe the oil of humanity, yeah, heretical soma. Those who cannot return to the earth find solace in scattering to smoke. So they're burning people alive. How quaint. How inexplicable. A lit match was then thrown on the pile, letting rise a huge flame. With the sounds of sparking flying about, the air is soon filled with an acrid smell. It's not quite like the smell of burning flesh. The spreading fire finally brings the crackling glimmer in those prosthetic bodies to permanent darkness. If this hellscape is their idea of purification, I'd rather stay unclean. Nagel and Hammer have always been devoted to scrutinizing the idea of humanity. Some criticize prosthetic use as they believe that pain is a necessary component of the human experience. However, it never escalated to the extent of direct action that we are witnessing now. I've been meaning to ask, how do you know so much about N-Corp? I was once employed by N-Corp. What? Used to work with those people? I have never worked with those specific individuals, but in terms of affiliation, you can say that I did. Come to think of it, this might be the first time I've heard Mirasault actively talk about himself. He would rarely recount anything related to him. Perhaps he felt it wasn't necessary to speak at all. Why didn't you tell us that earlier? You carry one of those freaky weapons then. Am I obliged to elaborate? The hell? Why don't you explain what makes you different from those nutters then? Listen, mate. Listen, mate. As much as I'd like to call our daft manager Clockface, I don't think they deserve by any means to be on the stake of chopping block. On the stake or chopping block. Those buggers talk big about purifying and all that, but all I see are a bunch of loonies who just need an excuse to kill, eh? Speak up then, are you like those screwless bucketheads? There was a time when I was taught about such things. Though I did not come to a conclusion. I want damn conclusion now. Are you gonna up and butcher all the town folks if your manager says say so? Must I give an answer? That does not aid us in handling our work. An employee must follow their employer's orders. The term Virgilius presented state as much. If the manager orders me to do such a thing, I will do it. I may provide my input if I'm told that if it's necessary, but I don't have a habit of rambling my thoughts unprompted. So he's basically a perfect employee. Whatever you tell him to do, he's gonna do it. Is that good though? Well, I don't know. Like maybe some boundaries shouldn't be stepped over. Pardon? Are you round the twist? Do you got a chunk of metal for your brains like the fox here? I'm 16% protein, 60% water, 7% minerals and so forth. I'm clearly different in terms of composition. Okay. Moreover, unnecessary heavy metals do not comprise any portion of my body. That is another difference. Heathcliff's face contorted with frustration. Mirasault was already an enigma, and he only felt ever more distant after this conversation. Now that you mention it, there is something I've been wondering. I've been thinking on whether Manager Dante should be seen as a human. What do you mean? What if, when dear Dante is speaking, it's actually the clock and not the person we know as Dante behind those words? You're trying to tell me we're being led by an actual clock? God grief, you're reaching uncharted depths of idiocy with your theories. I can't even be bothered to refute them. Don't misunderstand, I do like our Dantes with their clockheadedness. Honestly, same. Why don't you just give up finding your old head and stick with that one? I know it's probably not gonna be the case, but what if Dante's real head turned out to be super evil or something? Well, there's only one of us who'd know about that, our manager, but past. Gregor's eyes naturally fell and frost. That's confidential information. Its access is restricted to the highest security level. And I get the feeling I won't be able to read it for myself. It's only natural. I have no idea who or what I originally was, so I had nothing at my disposal to refute Hong Liu's light-hearted accusations. Maybe he's right and I really am just a clock. Even if I ask Faust, there is no telling if she will give me a real answer, and I wouldn't be able to discern the truth in such a thing either. There's even a slim chance that the real Dante is hidden away somewhere, and that I'm some advanced limitation trained to believe I have free will. In any case, sitting here and ruminating won't get me anywhere. Who knows, maybe I'll mount this thing on the wall when I find my real hat. Ishmael sent me a chastising glare for even suggesting something like that, but she had no choice other than to shrug. Well, it is true. Okay.
늦으면 메피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
Okay, so how quaint that Sinclair is the one who's struggling each time. It's also good that he's the one with the shield, so shield prevents most of the damage that would be dealt to him.
승객이 딱콩 한방
Faust
먹었어.
is such a killing machine though. Well, it didn't stop all the damage, but it's better to shield and like at least prevent some damage than not to shield and lose the clash anyway and not achieve anything, right? So yeah, I think that's a good thing to do. Ah, the gripping, though shall old my friend, you're not the strongest attack anymore.
이기는 편, 우리 편.
Champion, we'll hear this side, the winner side. Oof, I have to say I'm a little bit out of breath after all that story.
모을 필요는 없겠군요.
I'm recording like back to back 3 episodes today, so yeah. Oh, that was already the second wave. So we're getting closer to number 25. Not quite there yet. Yeah, I don't think I can do it today, no matter how hard I push. We'll see, we'll see. Well, anyway, 31 minutes. So we're doing really good. If you're enjoying how we are doing here, don't forget to like the video. And if you are so inexplicable that you're not subscribed yet, well then what are you waiting for? You're watching all this content, you just have to click that one button. Doesn't really take anything away from you, so yeah, just go, click it. It's easy, like click. See, I can click, you can click. We can all click. Oh, what's this all about? Okay, anyway. I hope we can unlock this soon, so yeah. Have a wonderful day everyone, do some nice things, be kind to each other, and let's make the world a better place together. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Limbus Company. TheNeomare signing out. Bye bye.